they're probably equally as common. So the third chord has turned into a major chord. That happens all the time. And now the scale will change. And the way it changes is that it becomes major. Everything else is the same. So if we practice that, we might want to do it as that. So let's say Phrygian in an E minor shape. Maybe Phrygian Dominant should just be played after that's the major third instead. Minor third, major third, and then keep everything the same. I think that makes sense, because if you think of Phrygian Dominant as a major scale, which, I mean, it is a major scale, then you have to kind of think of the E shape like that, and that doesn't really work. Whereas this does work. It's just a bit stretchy there. Here's Phrygian. Right? So you just want to change that little guy there. It is a bit stretchy, but it definitely is better than trying to turn it into a major scale in terms of thinking it from a major cage chord shape. C shape. Yeah? Phrygian. Oops. Major. It's got a lot of character, doesn't it? It becomes a bit difficult to play up and down, but you don't really want to play up and down anyway when you're playing it, right? So this is where the whole, I'm going to set the metronome and I'm going to play all these perfectly, and then I'm going to increase the tempo, and it just all falls apart because it becomes too stretchy. But at the end of the day, that's the... It's not that stretchy then when you just go up and down in small increments. So yeah, that's the C shape, right? Finally, it's a long video this, the minor, A minor shape. That's Phrygian. Yeah? That's the major third. So we're not adding to the minor pentatonic here, because that wouldn't work. The minor third is in the minor pentatonic. So we have to just take Phrygian and then play Phrygian Dominant. Let's play it in D instead, because this is just way too high up. So D, Phrygian. Flat 2, minor third, flat 6 there, right? You gotta see it in relation to this. then we change it. Very Spanish. Really angry. What are you doing in my restaurant? No, the flamenco dancer is not here until later. You want some tomato? Yeah, anyway. Oh man, it's been a long day. Okay, so you've done that. Now you're gonna connect them, and that's gonna be. Yeah, it's not. I mean, all these cage shapes are so amazing because they're so close together. The fingers really like playing the cage shapes rather than the 3-note per string patterns you might have heard other teachers talking about. I hate them. Let's not go there. So when you connect the Phrygian Dominant Scale, it's gonna be difficult. See, it's all. There, right? And then here. Oops. There. It's tricky, that, right? But it's possible. And then finally, it's such a long stretch. Finally, we play closest possible shape. And then up. And then up. And then C. I hate this one. And then C shape. I had to think there for a bit, and then we're back in B flat. So as you can tell, I'm not playing Phrygian Dominant every day. But the thing is, once you're actually using it and you're just using smaller parts of it, it's much easier. It's like this whole big scale shape. You kind of need to practice that for a while before you get good at playing the whole big scale shape, which is good for visualizing, but we are treading here on waters where it's like, is it really that perfect anymore? You know, I'm used to the cage system being so incredibly perfect and superior to all other systems because it just sits so well under your fingers and you can just see these chord shapes as you move along and it all makes complete sense. Now we're getting into the big stretchy Phrygian Dominant and it's all like, well, it makes sense when you use it, but when you put it down on paper, it looks and feels and it hurts, basically. My hand hurts. I don't like it anymore. It hurts. Right, anyway, same idea as before, although when you play Phrygian Dominant, you just use Phrygian as your starting point and you change one note to become Phrygian Dominant. just like the chord has changed from minor to major, just like the concept of it has changed from being Phrygian to being Phrygian dominant. Okay, next step is the minor modes master exercise. Now then, we're going to play all 12 notes when it comes to that one. It's going to be a marathon. So make sure that you have done all the other exercises. You can play Dorian in whatever shape, there's no problem. And this modal master exercise won't be that difficult. In the end, you will have added all 12 notes, which means that you can put together whatever minor scale you want. See you in the next and final step.